Hey everyone, so today we're going to be taking a look at a couple of icon LED lights that you can buy at Harbor Freight right now. I do have one Braun LED light over here, but this is just here for comparison size. Um, I'm going to be going over these lights each individually, but I kind of wanted to put them in the same video because I originally went to Harbor Freight for this light. It was a hot topic, but then once I seen this, I had to get it as well. So let's get into it. So as of right now, it is 10:30:24. This light is a hot topic, and a lot of people are buying them, but they don't have them out on the floor at Harbor Freight right now. The only way you can obtain this light is to call and ask if they have it in the back room, and this is the SKU number. It's 70198, and this light retails for $59.99. So taking a look at this 1,000 lumen icon light, this is one of those lights you didn't know you needed it until you seen it. So let's take a look at the front here. It says it's 1,000 lumens, but we're gonna have to take a second look at that in the back. But you can see here, I'm not gonna go through everything, but you can kind of read for yourself. Yeah, you don't want to hear me going through all that. So you can just see everything it comes with. It comes with your USB type C charger, and there's a light on the front and the back. So this is where it gets a little confusing. It says total light bar output 1,000 lumens on high and then 120 on low, and it gives the hours. But then it says front or back output high 800 lumens. So I'm guessing that it's front and back. So when both lights are on together, that's where it puts out 1,000 lumens. I'm not sure. So that's a little confusing, but you can see how this is. I just wanted to show the packaging before I open this. I actually want to open it and charge it as well. Okay, let's take a look at this Icon 2100 lumen rechargeable floodlight. Honestly, when I went to Harbor Freight, I did go to get this hot light right here that everybody was talking about. But once I seen this light and how bright it freaking was, I had to buy this too. And this was also the same price, $59.99. So I got them both. So this is what the box looks like in the front. And it's USB-C charging. And you could read for yourself. Don't need me to speak for you. And I am also going to take this out of the box and charge it as well, so I can test both of these lights. And basically I just want to show this Braun automotive light here, and just do a little size comparison to this one, just so you can see. Now Icon has a light like this also, and I think this was $25 and the Icon light was $29. In my personal opinion, I thought when I bought this was the Icon light. I don't know what happened, but my personal opinion, if you're going, this is a good light. It's pretty bright and everything, but if you're gonna get this smaller Icon light, get the Icon light and not the Braun one, because I think there's more LEDs, and then there's two sides and just where the button is and everything. I think it's just an all-around better light. But like I said, this one's a couple bucks cheaper, but I would spend the couple dollars more for the bigger light with the more LEDs and everything. So, but this is a good light. You can actually change the battery and everything, but we're not here for this light. I just wanted to show you for comparison, and we'll get these bad boys charged up and we'll do some tests. So just going over this 1,000 lumen Icon light, I'm in my garage and it's a little dark in here. I know you can't tell on the camera, but I wanted to get a room that's semi-dark so that way we can go look through the features of the light. But this is how it's going to look folded up. And I have used this light a little bit for some mechanical work. It does fold out like this, and it is pretty robust the way it folds out. You know, it's not flimsy. And you got, again, the light in the front, the light in the back. You have, I forget where you got your LED leak detection light there. And then up here, you have your spotlight. So you have magnetization here, and then also here. And then you also have your swivel hook. So you can hang the light, swivels 360. Pretty cool. All right, so this is the button here for your spotlight. So I'll click that, and it's kind of like a wide angle spotlight type deal. You can't adjust it or anything to focus it, but it's just like an overall flashlight. And then what I think was really cool, and let me go through this. So now you have your bright light, which is very, very bright. So you can change the level of brightness by pushing and holding this power button for the light. And I don't know if how well the camera is going to pick it up, but if you watch the light, it'll change the brightness. And wherever you want the brightness, you just let go of the button, and it'll stay at that brightness. And then also when it flashes really bright, that means it reached the end of its adjustment level. So I'll try it and watch the light. It's going bright. So now it's dim. And that's at its brightness. Now, that's the front light. And then you got your natural light, which is this one. I mean, it's kind of hard to see in here, but this is the more natural light. And the same thing, you push and you hold, and it changes the brightness. And as it flashes, that's letting you know it's at its max brightness. And you can let go wherever you want that adjustment to be. And then right here, you have your leak detection light, which is the one LED up on the top to look in your car for leaks and stuff like that, the black light. And what I really like about this, I'm going to show a couple little different scenarios of where you would use this when I get under the hood of my truck. But what I was really liking is this is magnetized on the front here. So if I want to hook it up on the hood, the light will come on like this also. So you can use it as a light bar, hook it up on the hood, aiming down, which is really cool. So one scenario I would be using this light in is something like this. I do have the smaller Braun light, which I showed you in the beginning, that can also flex the same way, but this light had a bigger light bar. And there's been so many times when I was doing brakes or like under the wheel well where I wanted to just have a light, but I couldn't really connect to anything under the wheel well because it was plastic. And I can just put it on the outside like this, and this had the long enough light bar. It would give me light in there. Let's just pretend this tire was off right now. And I was working under there, and sometimes you just wish you had some light. And this is like a scenario that I would use something like this in. Now also under the hood, I would use it in a scenario like this. Hook it up to there. So you could turn the light on. Hook it up to there, and it'll give me light. Put it up in the front more. You can also have it magnetized like this, and then aim it any way you see fit. I don't know. There's just a lot of versatility with this. You can put it up on the edge here and put this wherever you need it. And there's just, like I said, there's a lot of endless versatility with this light. So again, as I said in the beginning, this light is actually 800 lumens. It's not really 1000 lumens unless both sides of the light are on, which is kind of disappointing. It should be 1000 lumens each side. So there's 1000 lumens. Both sides have to be on, which makes kind of no sense because, you know, when are you going to use this light to have both sides on, unless you're using it as a torch and you're just holding it up in the air and you want to illuminate both sides. That's the only time you would honestly use it, but I don't see in like an automotive setting that you're going to use both sides like this. So 1,000 lumens on both sides each would have been more ideal for this light. But overall, I think it's a really good light. I have used it until the battery completely died, and it has lasted me many hours because I've been working on my truck. There's always something wrong with it. I like the way it folds down. It comes with a nice charger, a USB-C 3 charger, and yeah, I like the light. So here we're looking at the 2100 lumen icon. I guess it's like a floodlight. This thing is really hefty, really robust, has a nice charge port. Try and do it with one hand, with the USB-C 3 charger, and then it looks like it has like you can charge stuff off of this battery because it has another port right there. So it has a USB port right back there. So, I mean, this light is less versatile than the other one because it's really only stationary. Like that has a really strong magnet, but the way this tilts is very, very strong. It's not going to be flimsy. It takes a lot of force, so it holds its position wherever you need it. Again, I bought this for automotive work to kind of just stick under the hood of the truck. But the real reason, once I saw how bright this light was, I had to get this one as well. So this is the natural light in my garage. And that's the brightest setting. I know it's a little hard to tell, but you have 3 modes. There's the brightest setting. This thing is pretty damn bright. And this has a bar, battery bar, so it shows you how much battery you have left. And again, this light is a little less versatile. Really, all you're going to do is just put it up wherever you need the light, but it's super, super bright. And I forgot to also mention that this light also has a light bar to kind of show you how much battery you have left. But I know this part didn't really do any justice. Let's go down into my basement where it's pitch black so I can just show you the difference in how bright these lights actually are. All right, we are down in my basement, and it's pretty dark, and this is my furnace room. And so right now, I know it's hard to see, but I'm going to use this 1,000 lumen icon light, and I'm going to show you the wide angle, I guess you would call it a floodlight first, or your spotlight. So that's a spotlight, which would be the flashlight in the front. This would be the high output light in the front, the bar. And then this would be the natural light in the back. And then we got the 1,000 lumens here of how bright this light is. And then, of course, you got your leak detection light. Now looking at the Icon 2100 lumen floodlight here. Let's turn this bad boy on. That's the lowest setting, middle, and the highest setting. This thing is super, super bright. Super bright. All right, so there's my video on these 2 icon lights that you can find at Harbor Freight. I'm by no means being sponsored by either one of Icon or Harbor Freight. I just happen to do little videos on products that I like. So if you found this video useful, please consider giving it a thumbs up or even subscribing. It does help push these videos out to more people and more viewers, and I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, see you in the next one.